Hey guys, what's going on? So, this is my first of hopefully many videos that I'm going to start sharing about relationships. For those of you guys who do not know, my name is Iranola, Akin, and I am a founder of different e-commerce businesses that teaches both men and women how to become more high quote-unquote value, right? I decided to get into this whole relationship genre just because I just feel like there's so many different there's just so much going on like lately. There's a lot going on like in the world. Like I kind of feel like I have the experience and the know-how to kind of address some of these issues that have taken over the whole world, really, right? So who am I? For those of you guys who don't know, I am I'm an American, but my parents are Nigerian, so I have a mix of both worlds. But I claim America because I was born and raised here, but I've been to Nigeria several times, and my formative years were actually in Nigeria. So if you guys have been to my channel, you'll see that I initially started in the IT world, right? So I have a background in teaching IT to different people who actually want to, earn 100,000, 200,000, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of what I've been doing for the past, 8 years, right? And that's a whole nother video, right? That I'm going to share with you guys how I got into IT. But nonetheless, here I am. I'm kind of changing gears a little bit because I feel as though that Kevin Samuels left a big mark. His death was just so tragic, right? He was definitely a trendsetter. He was definitely somebody who was not known to hold his tongue at all. And I see a lot of me in him, or he and me, just because a little bit of background, I'm a prior Marine, and I by nature have a very, I wouldn't say combative attitude, but I'm definitely not one to shy away or to hold anything back, right? But he will be missed. I'm going to try my best. It's so funny. Like since he passed away about 2 or 3 years ago, I've been waiting for somebody to actually take that mantle and just kind of run with it. But unfortunately, nobody has done that, right? Nobody has actually done that. Like the way he did it live. He was so spot on. He was so spot on, especially with his interviews and with his because when you invite a woman on or you invite a gentleman on or whoever it is, it's you can never tell what's going to happen. And the way he was just so on point was, of course, quite remarkable. He was definitely somebody that he was a pioneer to the core. Another thing that I like that he does was he always wore his uniform. Right, and for those of you guys who are prior military, you would definitely understand what I mean by that. But he wore his uniform every day, and he was dressed to the T. He was definitely somebody who set the standard high. So that's something. I looked at different social media influencers, and I was never able to find anybody who I could really identify with for whatever reason, which is kind of interesting. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I did find him, and it was absolutely something to behold. So he absolutely will be missed, and hopefully, I'm not going to say that I'm going to. I'm not going to say I'm going to be the one to fill his shoes or anything, but definitely I'm going to try. I'm going to see. I'm just going to see what's going on and see if I can kind of bridge the gap a little bit, right? And But God, he left some really big shoes to fill. So let's give it a shot. See what happens, right? You know, you live one life. You know, it is what it is. Now, I purposely did not. I want you guys to kind of grow with me. So the background, the lights, and all that, it's a work in progress, right? Guys, listen, just the way this whole thing is right now, like, it's like, I understand what YouTubers mean by it's a job. No, this is a job, right? This is really a job. Because just for me, just my little things that I did here and there, I haven't bought anything, I haven't done the background, I haven't done anything, just setting up the camera, setting up the lights, the little lights that I have right now, like deciding to shoot at night versus the daytime, because the daytime is just, because I'm in the penthouse, so like the lights are always coming from the right, so it's, you know, all these little decisions and, you know, trying to find the right software and this and that, blah, 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 it's just, dude, it's crazy, right? So, yeah. But I specifically just wanted to start things real simple so you guys can actually grow with me. So we can actually see, so you guys can actually see how I went from this to that. So for you guys who want to be YouTubers in the future, you guys can say, okay, this is how we started, and look at what his studio looks like now. So I want you guys to grow with me. So yeah. But anyway, once again, my name is Iranola Akin. My channel is going to be focused on relationships and specifically divorce, right? So my job is to teach you how to blow up a marriage and how to keep a marriage that is about to falter and how not to get into a marriage at all, right? Because right now, the way things are looking, I do not recommend any man in the United States or the West to get married. I just don't see it as a very valuable option for men right now, because I myself have been married before. As a matter of fact, I have been married twice before, 2 black women, and both of them filed for divorce, right? So, and some of you knuckleheads might be thinking, oh yeah, he wasn't making enough money. No, that's not true. That wasn't it, right? That wasn't it. You can't say it was the sex either, because obviously he married me. So obviously that wasn't the problem. You feel me, right? So whatever it is, right? When they filed, the bottom line was, of course, it was irreconcilable differences, right? So did I try to save the marriages? Yeah. Did they leave anyway? Yeah. Were these women churchgoers? Yeah. Did they proclaim to be Christians? Yeah. Right? Was God there to hold me and console me while I went through the pain of divorce? Yeah, but not really. I had to go through that by myself, right? You know, so you live and you learn, right? So, hey, if anything, I'm going to teach you guys what I did right and what I did wrong, right? I'm going to tell you my experiences, and you know, especially for you younger guys that are about to get married. For some of you guys who are married, who might be going through some issues in your marriage, I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to teach you guys over the next few years, God willing. I'm going to teach you guys how to keep this thing together. And for those of you guys who are not married, I'm going to teach you how the pitfalls, what not to do, what to look out for, and so forth. Because, listen, I've been married twice before, right? I went in with listen, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. Guys, before I got married, well, let me put it this way. Before I got married and while I was married 2 times, right? I never knew anything about this red pill or blue pill stuff. I just didn't. I had no idea anything of this sort even existed. I literally did not. I had not watched one channel of red pill. I never watched one. Podcast. I didn't watch one YouTube channel. Not one. And my last marriage ended in 2021. All right. So I had not heard about any of this. Right. About any of this. So It wasn't until I got divorced that, just the pain and everything, that I just decided, you know what? After about 6 months of, going through it, we're going to get into it later, right? After that, I started going through YouTube and just seeing, okay, are there other people like going through what I went through? Am I an anomaly? Like, did I do something wrong? And lo and behold, boom, there came the red pill. I had no idea this is what this world was all about. I'm gonna tell you why. Simply because I had parents and my grandparents and my aunties, my uncles, because we're Nigerian. There was no such thing as divorce. Like, the couples went through the ups and downs and so on and so forth, but there was no such thing. I did not know anything about divorce. All I knew was, there were some couples like in our family that, ups and downs, but they stuck it through. Everybody in my family, cousins, male, female, aunties, uncles, not one of them have been divorced except me. And the difference between them and me, I got married to a woman that lived in the West. Yeah. See, that's where I went wrong, right? That's where I went wrong. If I would have married a woman that lived in Nigeria or lived in a different country, maybe the outcome would have been better. But one thing I can say is, we're going to get into it. Like, if you get married, if you're even thinking about getting married to a woman in the West, you need to tune into this channel and get some game, because I can tell you straight up, one thing I did not have was game. Right? I did not know anything about game. I didn't know anything about frame. I didn't know anything about anything, right? I just went into a marriage just thinking, you just stick it through. Not so much, right? In the West is different from Africa. The West is different from South America. The West is different from the East. It's a different beast, right? A totally different beast, right? So, anyway, so that's my little spiel. More about me, I'm a Christian. I'm going to dedicate this channel to God. Hopefully, God will allow this channel to grow, and God will bless me and to help you guys actually learn something from me over the years. I will try my best not to be combative throughout the duration of this channel. We're going to use different themes, we're going to have different guests. We're going to make this thing pop, right? Because I actually want to do Kevin Samuels and his family I want to make them proud, right? Because he left a huge crater, like in this landscape, right? He did some things. He changed some things, right? And I will forever respect him for that. All right, so I'm going to dedicate this channel to God, and I'm going to work my best. I'm going to work my butt off to really provide you guys really good content as best as I can. I'm also going to dedicate this to the late great Kobe Bryant. He is my hero, a fellow Virgo. Man, that guy is to me. I think it's he and Jordan. Like, who's the GOAT? It's either Jordan or Kobe. Jordan, Kobe, right? But alpha male to the core. He did everything right. Well, not everything right, but he worked his ass off. Like, he was all about basketball, and I think men really respect that. Men respect the work ethic, and it's something that I've grown to try to use in my everyday life. Whether it's in my IT businesses, whether it's in my physical fitness, and I'm going to parlay that into this channel. So, Kobe Bryant, he was a man's man, and man, when he died, I cried just as much as I cried for my grandmother. Like, I miss him to this day. He was truly the best in my opinion. His dedication, his esprit de corps, like we Marines used to say, right, was second to none. That's why I say it's either he or Jordan. And I'm going to make future videos on Kobe, but That's not what this show is all about. Is what this show is all about. This show, once again, is all about marriages, divorces, and relationships, right? And I call this channel "Divorce Matters" because that's what this whole thing is all about. When you go every day every day, it seems like there's a divorce happening. There's a divorce happening every day. Actually, statistically speaking, a divorce happens 42 seconds of every day. Every 42 seconds there's a divorce happening, which is mind-boggling. So I really want to get to the root issue. Why exactly is that happening, especially in the West? Like, there is something going on, right? Something going on. So that's what this channel moving forward is going to be all about, right? It's going to be all about relationships. And it's going to be, we're just going to talk about it. We're just going to hash it out. Like, what do we need to do as men to represent? What do we need to do? And what do women need to do to, God, not be so emotional about stuff, right? So we're going to talk about it. We're going to hash it out, right? So let's get into it, right? I promise, guys, that I will try my best every day to put in at least one video a day for you guys, long-form videos and some short-form videos as well. I will be here every day at night to tuck you guys into bed. Guys, I only have about, I'm closing in on 2,700 subscribers. Guys, if you don't mind, hit the like, hit the share, and subscribe as well. That helps the algorithm know that you guys enjoy the content. I will try my best to edit videos and make it in a way that's presentable to you guys. But this is my first real video on relationships and me changing lanes from IT to this, right? Now, what I'm going to do as far as my IT coaching school is I might have to create a brand new channel and just merge the videos over there, and then just focus on the relationship stuff here. So just so you guys are not confused or whatnot. But as we go along, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to be more high value, and I really don't like that term high value or whatever. I actually think it should be more about high character, right? So once again, that's another video for another day. So let's get started. All right. So guys, if you don't mind, if you can hear me, if you don't mind, just write a comment so you guys can know. For you guys that are in, can let me know that you in fact do hear me. I would really appreciate that. All right. Let's go to the comments. You can just put a 1 or whatever it is, and just let me know that you're there and that you're hearing me. But even if you don't put a comment, that's fine. Everybody has to start from somewhere, right? Everybody has to start from somewhere, and I guess I'm starting from scratch. So I believe in a year or two, all the chats are going to be flooded. This is going to be really interactive. But guys, I want you guys to grow with me, so you guys can see where I started. Okay. Let's talk about it, all right? The first thing that we're going to talk about is the 6 flags of a toxic woman. The 6 flags of a toxic woman. That's what we're going to talk about. The 6 flags of a toxic woman. Okay, guys? All right. So, the reason like I told you guys, I'm able to talk about this stuff is because I have dealt with so many women throughout the years of my life, right? I've dealt with a lot of them. Once again, I was married twice, right? So I know all about this toxicity, right? I feel as though, especially young guys that are coming up who are wet behind their ears, I think this video is going to teach you guys, 6 easy red flags that you can just pick up really quickly, right? Before you even think about getting into a relationship with a woman, okay? All right, the first one is, right? So you go out and you're going out with your boys, and you know how it is, you got your suit on and whatnot, and or whatever you're dressing, you dress nice, you go to a nice club, a nice lounge, and you see a girl that you've seen that you're attracted to, you have the courage to walk up to her, and then you start talking to her, right? What are the 6 flags that you need to pay attention to know whether or not she is a keeper or she needs to be gone, right? Okay. Number 1, the first thing you need to, the first big red flag is she a single mother? Is she a single mother? Okay? All right. Listen. All right. I have experience with this one. Big time, right? If she's a single mother, there is no way in God's fucking earth that you should ever even think about getting in a relationship with her. I don't care how good looking she is. It's not going to work. And there are many reasons why. I'm going to tell you why. Okay. If she's a single mother, listen, guys, I'm going to give you guys some rules over the next few years that your ass is just going to have to live by. Okay? You're going to have to live by these rules. I don't care how good looking she is, right? You're going to have to live by these rules. One of the rules is simply this, right? When you're about to approach a woman, the first thing you need to ask yourself is this: is this my reward? You need to be able to honestly assess, even before you approach this woman. You need to approach her and with the mindset of, is this my reward for all the hard work I've ever done? All the hard work I've been doing for the past 30, 40, 50 years. Is this my reward? All right? Is she somebody that I will feel comfortable being the mother of my children or my wife? Will I have the confidence to tell my friends that, you know what, yup, she can absolutely be my wife? If the answer is no, don't even approach. So that's one of the first rules. And you got to be honest with yourself, guys. Right? You got to be honest with yourself. It's very important. It's very important that you are very honest with yourself when you're about to approach a woman. You have to look at her for about 5 to 7 seconds and make a determination and say, you know what? Is this woman my reward? Now, if she can pass that first test, physical fitness test, the beauty test, fine. And now you start to talk to her. Now she has passed the physical part. That's fine. She has passed the physical part. But now it's time to get into the emotional and the mental part. Now the question is, mentally and emotionally, and her history, is this my reward? Right? So she got to pass 2 tests, physically and emotionally, and her past history. Is she my reward? Now the first red flag is she a single mother? Absolutely not. Gents, it's not going to work. I can tell you this right now. It's not going to work. A woman that's a single mother, it ain't going to work. I don't care how much you try. It's not going to work. Let me tell you why exactly it's not going to work. Right? Number 1, if she's a single mother, you got to understand, let's say she has 1 to 2 children. Guys, all you buttheads that are coming up, who don't want to listen to game from OGs who have been in the game, who understand this stuff. Listen, if she is a single mother, you will never be the first priority, ever. As a matter of fact, let me tell you how this thing goes. It's her child or her children, her job, her lifestyle and her needs, and then number 4, her dog, and then you. You are number 5. That's how this works. You are a placeholder. You are a provision person. That is it. You are not her first choice. Because if you were first choice, guess what? She would have had kids with your ass. But she didn't, did she? Nope. She either married somebody or did not marry somebody, and she's a single mother, right? As a matter of fact, chances are she didn't marry somebody, because only 1 out of 4 black women will get married in their lifetime. Only 1 out of 4. But the one thing that is consistent with our sisters is this: black women, they need to have children. They just want to have kids. They got baby rabies, as they call it, right? So the first red flag is she a single mother? Guys, I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna work. Let me tell you another reason why it's not gonna work and why this is a huge red flag and why I decided to say this as the first red flag. Another reason why this shit ain't gonna work is simply this. She wants you to have, right, to be responsible for that child. But at no point can you have authority over that child. At no point. It's a bad deal, baby. This ain't gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. This ain't gonna work. I can tell you this right now, right? I have been there, I've done that. I have been a step dummy. It's not gonna work. You are absolutely responsible for that child, but you have no authority for that child. And this is another reason why it's not gonna work, right? Because that child knows for a fact that, you know what, you are not my daddy. And at any point, she can pull that card on your punk ass at any time. You need to know that. You need to know that. That child knows that you are not her father. That child knows that you are not his father. And the worst is this. If that child's father is still in their life, oh no, you got no shot. Let me tell you another reason why you got no shot. Another reason why you have no shot is simply this. Once that child goes to the father, let's say twice a month, 3 times a month, whatever the arrangement she and the mother has, or he and the mother has, that father is always going to be speaking stuff to that child. Did he touch you here? Did he touch you there? You know you can come to me. You know that man is not your father. Don't let him do this to you. Don't let him do that to you. Blah, 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 blah. So, you can have a great time with that child before that child goes to the father. When that child comes back, guess what? Mindset is totally changed. Totally changed. So you're over here thinking that you're bonding with that child, and as soon as that father gets a hold of that child, guess what? That mindset is totally changed. Now it's a whole brand new person, right? That comes back through that door. No respect, no nothing. Another reason why why I don't recommend that you ever date a single mother is simply this, right? Why in God's name would you want to provide for somebody else's seed? And regardless, you will be doing that. Oh, absolutely. You will be doing that. I'm going to tell you why. Because that woman that you're dating, she will quickly let you know that we come as a package. That child and that mother, they are a package. Are you hearing me? They are a package, and that woman is absolutely going to let you know that they are a package, whether you like it or you don't. That's on your ass, right? But she's going to let you know that is a package, right? But let me tell you something. It's not worth it, guys. It is not worth it. One thing I always tell people is one woman does not equate to 3.5 billion people. Well, 3.5 billion women, right? So listen, single mother, no way, no how, right? You're gonna be spending resources on that child, right? And if you have children already, every dollar that you spend on that child, guess what? That's money that you're not spending on your child. Not worth it. Another reason why you should never date a single mother is simply this. If she's a single mother, the first thing that she's looking for, she is not looking for love, baby. She is not. She is looking for a provider. She is looking for a stepfather first. You feel me? She is looking for a stepfather first. She is not looking for a lover. She is, bruh, these women, come on, man. Like, they're just not. She is looking for a stepfather, a protector, right? A stepdaddy, right? She is not looking for love. It's done. It's over, right? She is looking for a provider first. So, guess what, guys? I do not recommend single mothers at all, right? And we're going to dig so much in this topic, like moving forward. All right, the second red flag right, that you need to pick up real quick from a woman is a woman with a promiscuous past. Oh my God, this is another big one. So you over there thinking that, you know what? Oh, she know how to work that thing. She know how to, she know how to bounce it. She know how to do all that, right? She really good in bed. But guess what? Where did she learn that from? Yeah. You ain't think about that one, did you? Where did she learn that from? Where did she learn how to arch that back? Where did she learn how to give it to you, like go down on you like that? Where did she learn how to do all those nasty things? Where did she learn that? Right? She learned it from a few people. Statistically speaking, right? If you marry a virgin, right, the chances of her being happy 10 years down the line in marriage is going to be 80% that she's going to still be happy. Why? Because she's peer bonded with you. She's all you know, right? And this is what God's original intent was for a virgin man, a virgin woman. Both of them bonded together. They don't know anything, so they can be infatuated with love. But not in the United States. Oh no, them days are done, baby. Them days are done, right? A woman, right, between the ages of 18 and 21, she can have about 20 bodies between 18 and 21. I shit you not. Go on all these other YouTube channels, and I'm telling you, there are 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds who are on OnlyFans. You got no shot of being in a happy relationship or marriage. Shit. Nah, that's not gonna work. Like, promiscuous past, that's a big red flag. Now, if she has been with 5 different men before marriage, just 5. Now, watch this. If you find a woman today who's been with only 5 men in her life, that's a new virgin, which is pathetic. It should be 0, right? But statistically speaking, if she's been with 5 men or more, the chances of her being happy in a marriage would go from 80% to 20%. Imagine that, just 5 men. That's all it takes for the woman to go from 80% to 20%. This is why divorces are skyrocketing. This is why all these things are happening. You feel me, right? So this is why, because the more partners that a woman has been with, the less she's able to bond with each new mate, right? So think of peer bonding as like glue, right? Say I put glue on a piece of on the surface, right? The more I put the glue on there on my finger and I touch it and I touch it and I touch it and I touch it and I touch it, the less sticky it's gonna be over time. The less sticky it's gonna be, right? But if I only touch it one time and I just hold it there, my finger it's gonna be real hard for me to separate my finger from this table. But if I keep touching it real fast, touching it real fast, touching it real fast, touching it real fast, taking it off, touch it, take it off, touch it, take it off. At a certain point, there's not going to be any stickiness to it. This is why women that shuffle, a lot of men, they're not able to stick to one man. That's how that works. That's what peer bonding is all about. So, how would you know if a woman is promiscuous, right? I'm going to tell you how. Okay. When you go out to the club, you go out to a restaurant, to a lounge, you sit down, okay, she has passed a physical test, right? Okay. Now, don't go up there asking her, okay, what's your body count? Come on, man. She's not going to answer you favorably. She's not going to give you she's not going to tell you the truth, and she's probably not going to give you an answer. Now, this is how you're going to ask the question. The way you're going to ask the question is going to be this. Watch this, it's going to be this. So, how many relationships have you had? Right? That's one. Another way that you're going to ask her is, what was your first boyfriend like? How long were you guys together? Then another way you're going to ask her is, how long does it take for you to get a new boyfriend? Right? So you ask her this. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask, okay, so when was your first relationship? She's gonna say something like 17 or 18. Then you're gonna ask her, okay, so what was that relationship like? Right? She's gonna tell you blah 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 blah. You don't give a fuck about that. What the relationship was like. You're getting somewhere, right? Then you ask her. The next thing you're gonna ask her is, okay, how long does it take for you to find dudes? So I'll give it to you like this, right? The way you want to find out if a woman has been promiscuous is simply this, right? You kind of want to gas their head up first, but then you're doing it for a reason. So you might say something like this, right? You look like a woman, man, that you can get any dude that you want, right? She's gonna get all, her head's gonna be blown up or whatnot, right? But you then follow up with this, right? How long between then? But then this is what you say. Then you say, I bet you, I'm gonna prove it to you that, you know what, you a girl that you can get any guy you want. I bet you that it takes you nothing more than a month before you find a new guy to hang out with and to date. She's gonna be like, oh, how did you know? There you go. She just told on herself. She don't even know. So the first question you're gonna ask is this, right? How many relationships have you? When did you first start dating? If she says like 17 or 18, then you gas her head up. Then you say, you know what? I bet you it doesn't take you long to find a new guy. You're gassing her head up, right? She thinks she's doing something, right? And she's gonna say, how do you know? Then you're gonna say, I'm gonna prove it to you. Then you're gonna say, I bet you it doesn't take you anything more than a month for you to find a new guy, right? And she's gonna be like, how did you know? So guess what? Let's say she says she's 17 and now she's, let's say, 28, right? Then you can kind of like guesstimate about how many relationships that she has actually been in. And when I say relationships, I'm talking about she has been dating and she has been, blah, blah, blah. Then the last question you want to ask is, how many boyfriends have you had in your life, right? She might say like something like seven or 8 or 9, right? That's cool. So understand this. Then you ask her again, okay, how long did this relationship last? Find a way to ask her these questions. Then she might say, on average about 2-3 months, right? If she says about 2-3 months, guess what? She was getting it in those 2-3 months. Especially if it's nowadays, you feel me, right? So if she says 7 to 8 different dudes, she lying. It's probably double that. So it's probably like 15 to 16. And that means she's been physical. Now you know that she's been with at least 15 to 16 men, physical and sexual. And what did I tell you? All it takes is for 5 different dudes to make a woman unhappy in marriage. So if you are serious about getting married, I strongly do not recommend that you that you talk to a woman who has been promiscuous. But once again, guys, don't ask her whether or not she's been promiscuous. Chances are she's not gonna tell you. She's just not gonna tell you at all, right? Don't ask her if she's been promiscuous, right? She's probably not gonna tell you at all, okay? But I just showed you guys the different ways that you can get around that. Okay, the third way, or the third red flag that you wanna look at in women is simply this. A woman that you cannot tell anything. Oh my God. It's the worst. Those are the worst. Both of my ex-wives couldn't tell them nothing. Couldn't tell them nothing. Right? Listen, guys, just like Evan Samuel said, right? If you are dating a woman, or if you are looking to date a woman or get involved with a woman, you need to understand something. You need to understand something. Watch this and listen. She needs to be fit, feminine, and cooperative. I'll say it again. She needs to be fit, feminine, and cooperative. Right? If she is not a cooperative woman, then guys, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to work. You can't tell her nothing. Right? My ex-wife, this is how bad it was, right? If let's say we had a conversation about whatever it is, she always found a way to say the opposite thing or to suggest the opposite thing. I could say something like, you know what? I think the Republicans made a point about XYZ. She will always find a way to say, nah, the Democrats, I think they said something else. Or if I said, you know what, let's go out to eat on Thursday night. Yeah, I think Saturday will be better. She always found you couldn't tell her nothing, right? One thing I'm gonna let you guys know is this. I'm gonna let you guys know something right now. A woman that cannot be told anything is a woman that refuses to be accountable for anything. Those are not the kind of women that you want in your life. No sir, no way. It'll never work. A woman that cannot be told anything is a heartache. She is a painful experience. Now listen, guys, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you read the Bible, even the Bible says it is better for you to sit or to be in the corner of a house, or the roof of a house, right? Than to be in the same room with a contentious woman. Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you cannot tell your woman anything, listen, life is too short. Life is way too short. If you have a woman that is argumentative, that is not cooperative, it's not going to work. Even Jesus Christ himself said it. Can two walk together if they do not agree? It ain't going to work, guys. Believe me, I've been there. Guys, listen, I have been there. I have sinned, right? I have tried to make it work. I have tried to make peace in the house. Believe me, guys, it doesn't work. It is not a you problem. It's a her problem. A woman that cannot be told anything is a woman that is not ready to follow your lead. Right? And guys, when you're coming in, please hit the like button if you don't mind. Right? Helps the algorithm. Right? Listen, a woman that does not agree with you is a woman that is not ready to follow your lead. Right? This is a dangerous woman. This is a dangerous woman. She is a dangerous woman. I'm telling you this right now. She is super dangerous, right? A woman that's not ready to follow your lead is going to give you a lot of heartbreak, a lot of heart pain, and high blood pressure. Believe me, I've been there, right? You say A, she says B. No, it's not going to work, right? It's not going to work. Listen, the problem with you guys is this. You don't have a lot of high self-esteem. That's a problem that I see with a lot of young guys nowadays. You do not have a lot of high self-esteem. Because if you did, right, you would not tolerate a lot of the stuff that you choose to tolerate. Right? You wouldn't tolerate a lot of stuff that you choose to tolerate. Guys, I'm telling you right now, you have no idea what it feels like to be in the presence of a truly feminine woman. You have no idea what it feels like, I'll say it again, to be in the presence of a truly feminine woman. I mean, a woman that is peaceful and just makes you just want to protect her. A woman that can't be told nothing, guys, date at your own peril and at your own risk. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work, right? It ain't gonna work. Listen, guys, listen, we live one life. Think of your life as this. You are on a boat. You're going from point A to point B. There are going to be many ups and downs in life. A woman that cannot be told nothing, guess what? That is a selfish woman. That is a woman that lacks accountability and responsibility of her own actions. She ain't going to listen to your ass. That is a woman that is highly likely to file for divorce due to irreconcilable differences. So your ass better make sure that when you are talking to such a woman, that you get to the bottom of the stuff. You need to pick this stuff out quick. You can't tell her nothing. This is how you test whether or not you can tell her nothing. Let's say you have something to do, right? Just give her a little task to do. Let's say you've been talking to her for a little bit, right? Just give her a little task to do, like, take your dry cleaners, take your clothes to the dry cleaners. Pick up your shoe from the shoe store. Make her life a little bit inconvenient. Guys, I shit you not. My ex-wife, listen. Man, I saw that woman. Oh my God. My sim days, boys. I was there, right? Guys, listen. I would literally tell this girl, could you please take my clothes to the dry cleaners? A week later, I find that stuff in the trunk of her car. Did she take accountability for it? Nope. I forgot. I was stressed. Well, you got hands too. Why can't you do it yourself? This and that, blah, 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 blah. Guys, you can't tell her nothing. Accountability is kryptonite to women. Absolutely kryptonite to women. Guys, listen. The whole point of this channel is this. I'm about to give you guys some game. When it comes to relationships, I'm going to give you guys some game. Right? How to pick women, the right women to get into your life. Right? The whole point of this show is to end divorce. And to stop you from getting married to the wrong woman. That's the whole point. I'm going to stop your ass from getting involved with the wrong woman. All right? So the third red flag is a woman that can't be told nothing. And you can tell this. Guys, listen, when you go out with a woman the first time, don't be so quick to get in a relationship with this woman. Don't be so quick to, because you ain't had none in a while now, if she's just a little bit nice to you, she give you a little bit of attention, now all of a sudden you lose your mind and you stop looking for the red flags. Oh no. Listen, have a conversation with this woman and you can tell, even from the first conversation, after she's been drinking a little bit, you can tell if a woman is going to be combative. You can tell. Women today, they're not that smart. It is what it is. The reason why they're not that smart is simply because they know that they can replace you at any time. They know this. Whether you choose to ignore them or not, they know that you are irreplaceable. So they know that you are replaceable. Because you can have the most average, most basic woman out there in this world. She can sleep with 10 men in a day. But the most handsome man in the world cannot sleep with 10 women in a day. It's not possible. He still got to have some game. He still got to have some game. He still got to work for it. But the most average woman, she knows that you are replaceable. So a woman is going to tell you what's on her mind, right? So this is what you do. When you start talking to this woman, you approach this woman, and you have a conversation with this woman. Talk to her about politics. You're not gonna sit on this politics thing for too long, but you just want to know like what her thought process is, right? Say, okay, just bring up something about Trump. Okay, I like Trump because X, Y, Z. If she is real combative about that, right? And if she's a feminist, guess what? It's next. If she's a feminist, guess what? She is a woman that cannot be told nothing. It is going to be her way or the highway. Believe me. It's her way or the highway. Right? So, that's another red flag. So, that's red flag number 3. All right. Number 4. This is a big one, guys. This is a big one. Number 4. Has she been divorced before? This is a big one. If she has been divorced before, next. Guys, don't even waste your fucking time. Forget about it. Move the fuck on. It's not gonna work. It's not going to work, right? Because chances are she is the one that filed for divorce without any justifiable reason. Chances are. I'm not saying this happens all the time, but most of the time, she is the one that filed for divorce. So now, why don't you ever want to get involved with a woman that's been divorced or not? I'm going to tell you why. Because, check this out. Now, we're about to get a little bit deep here. Now, watch this. Let's say this woman has been divorced before, and your dumbass, now you want to talk to her. Let's say she's been divorced, say, a couple of months. She thinks the books are free and the books are closed on that dude. Not so. And this is the number one reason why you don't want to get involved with her. Because in the eyes of God, she is not divorced. And here you go staining yourself with a woman that in God's eye is still married. So now you are causing her to commit adultery in God's eyes. This is why I say, forget about it. It's over. Finito. If she has been divorced, stay away from her. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care what the reason is. Because chances are, the woman is not going to tell you the truth. She is not going to tell you the truth. She might say, okay, he beat me, this and that. Okay, let's go over it. She tells you he beat her. Okay, the next question, the next thing that needs to come out of your mouth is, where's the police report? Did you file multiple police reports? Is it on record that he actually beat you? Then she's going to give some stupid answer like, well, no, I don't want to do that. Next. Then, lady, I do not know you. For all I know is you could be lying. I do not know you. The only reason why there's only one ground for divorce, it's a couple of reasons why. There's a couple of reasons why it's okay to marry a divorced woman, according to God. Number one, the most important one is he dead? Is the ex-husband dead? If the answer is yes, that's fine. Go ahead. That's fine. That's clean, right? That wasn't her fault. It is what it is. That happens. Cool. It happens. The next one is, was he an adulterer? But now that's even shaky. Even that's shaky. I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of women like to claim this, oh, he cheated on me. I'm going to tell you something. A lot of marriages right now are sexless. Like 25% of marriages in America or in the West, they are sexless. That means that they have no more than 10 sexual relations in a year. Just 10. So, what if this woman was not putting out? Well, she chose not to put out anymore. Right? Are you going to force a man for going out to go have sex? Absolutely not. So that's kind of shaky. Another reason why that whole adultery thing is shaky is simply this. If a man's a cheater, the man's a cheater even before you married his ass. You knew that he was a cheater. I don't want to hear it. You knew he was a cheater before you got married. So please, save your sob stories. Right? Number 3. Did this man completely and wholly abandon this woman? I mean, he just left her and he just ran away. He left her, he's not paying no bills. She can't find him. She's pleaded with him. She does not want to come back. Okay, then that's fine. You can give her a pass. But but guess what? This is what I think about the whole situation. You got 3.5 billion women out there in this world. Why in the hell, no matter what it is, would you ever want to marry a woman that's been divorced, that has been penetrated by another man? Why would you want to do that to yourself? It's again, guys, it goes back to what I've been saying. It's all about your self-esteem. How do you esteem yourself? Do you esteem yourself highly or don't you? Right? Do you esteem yourself highly or don't you? Another reason why you don't want to marry a divorced woman is simply because you never know whether or not this woman has been widowed. Black widowed. What that simply means is the sexual relationship with that woman with her ex-husband was so strong that her mindset is constantly on that dude. So if you do not live up to that woman's sexual appetite, the way that other guy was able to live up to her sexual appetite, guess what? She's going to divorce you. This is yet another reason why you should marry a divorced woman. the chances of you divorcing, the chances of the second marriage breaking up after the first marriage goes up to 60%. Right now in the United States, right? In the United States, by and large, whether black, white, Mexican, whatever it is, you add everybody together, right? The divorce rate is 56%. 56. The divorce rate for a second marriage is actually 63%. The divorce rate for a third marriage is 73%. We're not even going to talk about the fourth marriage. Come on, stop. This is madness. This is complete madness, right? So each new husband that a woman marries, there's a significant higher chance of divorce. Now that's everybody. Now, if we're just going to talk about, the black community, oh shit, no. Guess what, guys? Fun fact. In the black community, right, there is a 75% divorce rate in the black community on first marriages. 75. Now let's work these numbers out for you real quick, right? Check this out. Something that you meatheads need to understand. Check this out. In the black community, only 1 out of 4 women are going to marry. 1 out of 4. That's 25% rate. Now, watch this. If and when that woman decides to divorce, if and when a divorce happens in that 1 out of 4 women that decides to get married, guess what? The chances of a woman filing for divorce is 80% of the time. So that means only 25% of black women are going to get married. 80% of women will file for divorce within the first 5 years in the black community. That number goes up to 90% if she's college educated within the first 5 years. Now, on top, this is just first marriage. This is just the first marriage. So now you're going to marry a divorcee for whatever the reason it is. Now, a woman whose husband died, that's not a divorcee, that's a widow. Totally different thing. So I'm not even going to add widows to that. But with all those different stats, you're now going to marry a divorcee on top of that, and you think the chances are going to be greatly diminished of you not getting another divorce? Oh, you're special, huh? You're special. Right? Guys, stay away from a divorced woman. You do not know how God is looking at that woman. That God could still be looking at that woman as being married. Right? This is why I believe that second, third marriages, they just don't work. They just don't work at all. Because in God's eye, this woman is still married. And you do not want any kind of stuff happening with you in the spiritual just because you married a divorced woman. Guys, I'll say it again. One woman does not equal 3.5 billion women. There are 3.5 billion other women out there that you can pick from. Why would you want to pick from a divorced woman? Makes no sense, right? So that's red flag number 4, okay? So red flag number 5. Here we go. She is combative. Ish. Right? She is combative. Guys, listen. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, but I need you guys to understand something. There is nothing worse than being in the same house with a combative woman. You need to run away from such women. I'm going to tell you why you need to run away from such women. Because such a woman can literally cripple you. Guys, women have been known to start wars. Women have been known to kill kings, right? To have brought down kings. A combative woman is a woman that can mess you up in so many ways. They can mess you up with child support. They can mess you up at your job. They can have you kicked out of your own house, your paid mortgage, while she stays in her house, in your house. She is a woman that she is a woman that you cannot control. She is a woman that you have no authority over. She is a woman that's going to make your health, going to make your bones creak. She is a woman that's going to bring rottenness to your bones. She is combative. She is a woman that is not feminine at all. Remember, here's the deal. You want to marry a woman that is fit, friendly, and feminine. She is not a feminine woman. She is not a feminine woman at all. At all. She is combative. She will combat you at every point if she can. She is a woman that does not have discipline. She is a woman that does not respect you. She is a woman guys, you have one life to live. One life. Do not spend 1 second of your time with a combative woman. This is a woman that's going to bring you a lot of trouble and a lot of heartache. A lot of it. If she's combative, and guys, like I told you before, combative women, they just have a look about them. They just have this look about them. They just have this spirit about them. They just have this thing about them that just lets you know that, she's a combative woman. What's the look? Typically the look, guys, you know the look. When you go out there, right, when you go out there to the lounge and whatnot, you know the look. They probably got on that fake weave. They got the fake eyelashes. They got the tight clothes on. You know, they talk real loud and slightly ghetto, right? They're not well spoken. They're loud. They always want attention when they're around people. These are the kind of combative women that we're talking about. She is combative, right? These are kind of the women that, and when you start to talk to her, you know, she's just not fit. Guys, when we go on like with future videos, I'm going to actually play videos where you're going to be able to identify what a feminine woman looks like and what a combative woman looks like. Guys, the difference is clear. That difference is clear. Make no mistake about it. That difference is clear, right? Make no mistake about it. The difference is clear. You do not want to be a combative woman, right? You do not want to die before your time. And a combative woman is going to drive you closer to that, right? So stay away from that. And once again, guys, when you first meet a woman, you can tell, because once again, I keep saying it. Women today, they're not that smart. They're going to tell you who they are real quick. They're going to tell you who you are real quick. Let me tell you how you can spot this, right? Let's say you went out with your boys, got a girl's number, this and that. This is the one quickest way that you can tell a woman is combative. Number one, you suggest a place that you want to take her out to, right? If she tries to change plans on you, she's combative. She's combative, right? These are little things that she'll do that, she's combative, right? Little things like that. If she talks real loud, she talks real aggressive, if she's manly in the way she is, the way she presents herself, no matter how feminine she tries to play, nope, she's combative. Stay away from such women, okay? All right. Another red flag. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, this is a good one. This is a real good one, right? For all you religious guys out there, and I am myself, right? When you go out and you talk to a woman, right, and you ask her this one question, you got to ask her this question just like this, and you ask her, are you religious? If you hear this woman say something to the effect that, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual, oh my God, run. This is a woman that you do not want to have anything to do with such a woman. That's like water telling me that it's wet. We're all spiritual, dummy, right? We're spiritual being with the human, with flesh. We're not flesh with the spirit, no. We're the spirit first, and then we have flesh, right? If she says that I am spiritual, this is a woman that does not fear God. And that is one of the most important things that you need from a woman to be God-fearing. A woman that is God-fearing, right? A woman that is spiritual is so vague. Come on, it's so damn vague. Like, you can't even wrap your hands around it. What does that mean? I'm spiritual. What the fuck does that mean? I'm spiritual. Yeah, oh shit, you're spiritual. Well, I'm fucking spiritual. But what does that mean that you're spiritual? What does that mean? It's so vague. It's almost like a woman that says, I suffer from emotional abuse. What you mean emotional abuse? That's something that's different from physical abuse. Physical abuse, we can see the scars, we can see the police report, we can see all that. We can see that. But emotional abuse, I'm spiritual. What that basically means is she's not stable. Her ass ain't stable. You know, she's a very emotional person. She's spiritual just means, I'm not spiritual. Meaning, see, what I like is a woman that's truly a Christian. A woman that actually fears God. Because I know if shit, when stuff gets real, when stuff gets really real, her base is to go back to God and stop praying and doing all that good stuff. Now that's what's up. That's what I like. But now if you say that, you know what, I'm spiritual, who are you praying to when stuff gets real? When stuff hits the fan, who is she going to? Who is she going to? I'm spiritual. What does that mean? I need a woman in my life that's going to pray for me while I'm sleeping. That's going to be praying over me while I'm sleeping. I do not need a spiritual woman in my life because I do not even know what that means. She's spiritual? Bruh, stay away from such women. A woman that tells you that she's spiritual, she has no base. She has no footing. Nothing, right? When you guys have a rocky marriage, guess what? She has nothing to hold on to because she answers to nobody because she's spiritual. It's not something that you can wrap your hand around. That also tells me that she is not a woman that likes to be controlled. She is not a woman that likes to follow rules. She is not a woman that likes to be accountable. All that spirituality stuff means nothing. She doesn't even know what it is. What does that mean? I'm spiritual. I don't get it. Like, what does that mean? It means nothing. Nothing. It means nothing. All right? Okay. Another red flag, a couple more red flags is, does she have a lot of tattoos? Oh no, stay away from this. If she's a woman that has a tattoo on the chest, next. For obvious reasons, I don't need to get into that. Next. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you're a man that has worked hard all your life, and you go to a lot of corporate meetings or board meetings and stuff like that, and you have that, you walk in the room with that, with tattoos on her neck and her chest, they're going to look at you like a joke. Listen, guys, the number one thing that men need more than anything is respect. Respect for themselves, respect from their wives, and also respect from their peers and their friends. Nobody's going to take you seriously if you marry a woman with tattoos all over her body. It's just not, guys. It's just, no. It's just, this is a woman that's gone through trauma. Chances are she's been through trauma. She's got tattoos on her chest. This is a woman that's not a corporate woman. She's not a woman. She cannot be taken seriously. Forget about it. Right? It's not going to happen. Right? So this is the point. Don't date a woman with tattoos. Now she can have a little tattoos, like little cute tattoos on her ankle and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is on her chest, the back of her ear, her neck, her arms, and you can see it. It's no, can't do it. She has it on her. No, it's not gonna work. All those tattoos, because it's not gonna stop with one. It's just not gonna stop with one. It's gonna stop. It's gonna keep going. It's not gonna stop with one, right? She's gonna keep doing. She's gonna keep having more and more tattoos. Then another thing you gotta ask yourself is this a woman that likes pain? Right? Like, what kind of trauma has this woman been through that she needs to have tattoos? Right? So that's another thing. So Be leery of women with tattoos. And my last and final red flag is this a woman? Is this a woman that is fit? Is she fit? That's another red flag. An obvious one, right? But I feel as though that this bears repeating these simply because for all you young men that are out there who are looking to get married, if a woman is not fit now, she's not going to be fit later. It is not in her DNA to get fit. Forget about it. It's not in her DNA at all to be fit. Stop it. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. All right? If she's not fit now, she's not going to be fit later. What you want to do is you want to marry her thin. And you can give her a little bit of leeway of about 10 to 15 pounds. That's it. After she's a little bit older, she had a kid, blah, blah, blah. What you want to do is you want to find a woman that she likes to work out. Like that's her thing. Yeah, now we're talking. Because even after she has a kid, no, she's going back to default. But if a woman's default is she's just sloppy from jump and she's in her 20s, guys, you think in her 30s and her 40s she's actually gonna get fit? Ain't happening, bruh. It ain't happening. You cancel Christmas on that one. It ain't happening. You wanna marry them slim. I'm talking about a size 2 to 4. 4 max. You wanna marry her thin. So when she gets a little older, she gets like a 6 or 7. She got a little jiggle. That's cool. But she ain't sloppy with it. But I can tell you right now, if she's a size 10 and above, 10. If she's a size 8 and above starting, and she's real short, guys, it's not going to get better. I have seen, guys, listen to me now. Listen to me and listen to me good. Listen to me and listen to me good. I have seen, when I was in my 20s, some of the hottest women. And I do mean they were pretty hot back in the day. I look at them now, shit, nope, ain't gonna be able to do it. I get on my knees and I thank God, I'm like, God, thank God, thank God. I got a couple of them, I was really thinking about I was gonna marry this one. Nope, happy, I dodged one. You look at them now, they look like aunties. And they're about 40. They're 42, 43, but they look like aunties. Aunties. Right? So, listen, every time that I go to the gym, and guys, listen, and we're going to get into this later on. I go to the gym 6 days a week, baby. 3 hours. 6 days a week. 2 hours cardio, 1 hour weights. And we're going to talk about this later on as far as how to stay in shape. You feel me, right? Because I'm tired of seeing a lot of men out there, bruh, I get DMs, I get text messages of women, and they show me the pictures of their husband. And these women are down to do whatever for me and to me. When I look at their husbands, oh my God, it is a sorry sight. I mean, but they got beer bellies, they got rolls, they got all that. I can't blame these women sometimes. I'm like, well, it's kind of tough. I kind of get it. Right? But guys, I'm telling you right now, right? When I go to the gym, I listen, and I want y'all to listen to me real good. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. And this is no lie. No lie. What Biggie say? You gain 30 pounds when you die. No lie. Lazy eye. But anyway, we go. Biggie. Whew, I missed that guy too. But anyway, guys, no lie. When I'm in the gym, I have never seen a black woman running on the treadmill. I ain't never seen it. Nope. I ain't never seen it. Never seen it, never. I ain't never seen a black woman ever running on the treadmill. Never seen it. I have seen black women walking on the treadmill. I have seen black women on the Stairmaster. I have seen black women on the elliptical, but I've never seen a black woman running on the, nope, I've never seen it. Never ever seen it. Now, when I say I've seen black women, when I say I've seen black women running on the, I'm sorry, when I say black women on the elliptical, I've seen black women on the stairmaster, I've seen black women walking on the treadmill. I mean, bruh, I mean 1 out of every 100 women that I see on each one of these machines is a black woman. Let's not even talk about them running, because I've never seen that shit. I see white women running. Oh, don't get me started with the Asians. Asian women, oh, they be running. They do not play no games. Asian women, oh, they be running. They run. They run. Black women, nope. I ain't never seen a black woman running on the treadmill. Never ever seen it. And I'm in the gym 6 days a week, 3 hours a day. I never seen it. I might see them walking from time to time. I might see them once in a while. I might see a black woman on the stairmaster. Once in a while, I might see them on the elliptical. I have never ever seen them walk. I'm sorry, running. Nope, never seen it. Hand to God, I have never seen it. Right, and I'm always in the gym. I've seen white women do it. I've seen Asian women do it, and I see Spanish women do it. They do it all the time, especially Asian women. Dedicated. I'm talking about dedicated. They got this one Asian girl, she got to be like 19, 20, 21. Or maybe she's about 25, right? Man, that girl doing like 5 miles every day. Every day. That girl runs so hard that she wears the same shoes that the corner of the shoes starting to bend a little bit. Yeah. And I do 6 miles every day too. So what? 2 hours every day, 6 days a week, right? So listen, I'm talking about when it comes to black women, I don't see it. Nope. So what's the point I'm trying to make? The point I'm trying to make is this: you got to marry their ass when they are thin. If a woman, this is a red flag, if a woman is out of shape and by the time she's 28, she ain't gonna get in shape. Bruh, she ain't. If she like 175, 180, nope, ain't gonna happen. When she's 35, hold on. You think when she's 35, she's gonna lose that weight? Shit, ain't happening. Bruh, listen. I know what it takes to lose weight. I'm a private Marine. I know what it takes. I know what it takes. I know what it takes not to eat the stuff that your punk ass want to eat. I know what it takes I know what it takes to work out, to lose weight. I know what it takes. I'm not even talking. As a matter of fact, I don't even care about weight. I'm talking about inches. Inches is the most important. I know what it takes to lose inches. Because if you're doing it the way I do it, because if you're doing cardio and if you're and you lift the weights as well, guess what? You might lose body fat, but you're also going to what? Increase the muscle. So your weight is going to relatively be the same. What's important is the inches. And I'm here to tell you, listen, black women do not work out. As a matter of fact, I have never seen black women lifting weights other than to do some punk ass squats. And when squats, they don't even do squats. By squats, this is what I mean. I'm talking about they do the little thing where they put the weight on their little hips and they do the hip thrust. They might do that. They might do some leg presses. They might do some little butt extension thing, right? The little thing that, you push your leg backwards. Yeah, they might do that. But to see black women actually working on their shoulders, their arms, their abs, let me tell you something right now. I ain't never seen it. Nope. But I see white women do it all the time. I see Spanish women do it all the time. And I see Asian women do it all the time. Right? So guys, being fit for a woman is like a man with a huge bank account. If a woman is not fit, and she's in her late 20s or early 30s, guys, it is next. Next. Do not date a woman that is overweight because, guys, and this is another reason why you don't want to date a woman that is overweight. Let me tell you something right now. You think that if she looks like this, when she ain't got no kids, you think when she has kids, she's ever gonna want to go to the gym? This is what you're thinking. You think she's gonna have the mental fortitude and the emotional fortitude to take care of kids, diapers, feed a kid, breast milk, wake up in the middle of the night, and still go to the gym? You must be crazy. This is why I say you marry them thin. Then when you get married, they can gain about 10 to 15 pounds. That's it. Not 20, 10 to 15. That's all you get. Because I tell you, if a woman that you met before marriage, is going to be the same woman that you're going to have after marriage. A little sign of the piece of paper, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. What she was before marriage is what she's going to be after marriage. If she was a fitness freak before marriage, guess what? Her having a child, she's going to be like, you know what? This is my new challenge. I got to lose the baby fat. But if her ass if she was overweight before, guys, book it. Once you get married, and you have your first child, I'm going to tell you right now, a woman's going to gain about 50 pounds. She's going to gain about 30 to 50 pounds. And guess what? Them pounds are going to stay, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, no, I bet you didn't know that. Oh, yes. And you can't say nothing to her. You can't, what you going to say? You start with her ass now. This your wife. This is your wife. Now, everywhere you go, hey, your friends and your peers are going to be looking at, hey, that's so-and-so, he got an overweight wife. He got a fat wife. Yeah. Welcome to your life. Right? So guys, this is yet another red flag. Right? So guys, listen. This is another thing, and we're going to get into this later on in the future as far as with my future videos. The same thing that I require from women is the same thing I require from my ass. Right? That's why I'm in the gym 6 days a week. 3 hours a day. Oh, ain't no bullshit with me. Guys, listen. You need to, and this is for all the women that are watching as well, you need to develop a routine, right? You wake up, you say your prayers, and then your ass going to the gym. Don't think about it. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? And your ass going to be there for at least 3 hours, right? See, I like to get all my work done one time. Some people like to do it twice a day. Some people like to do workout in the morning and workout at night before. No, I ain't got all day. Now that I'm doing this whole YouTube thing, now I gotta be here at night talking to y'all asses, right? I gotta deliver content for y'all, right? So guess what? At night, I ain't got all day. So I do my 3 hours early, right? God, y'all can see me. As soon as I get done with the gym and I sit back in my car, it's like my bones be hurting. Cause I'm doing 6 miles every day. Every day, right? 6 miles on that treadmill every day, 6 days a week. We ain't playing no games, right? Because why? The same thing I require from women is the same. I don't want no woman looking at me like I'm a red flag. Hell no. No, sir. Ain't no woman gonna look at me like, oh yeah, he got one of those red flags. No, sir. Right? If I require women to look fit and be feminine, guess what? I need to be fit and I need to be masculine. Just like I want y'all to be fit and I want y'all to be masculine, right? So look, if you know as a man you are not fit and you're not masculine looking, you need to change that shit. Why? Because if you have a woman that is fit and masculine, she's going to be looking at you for leadership. And she doesn't see that. And another thing is, guys, why would you want to do that to yourself? Come on, man. Come on. Why would you want to do that to yourself? Listen, another reason why a lot of women, stop giving, one of the red flags, one of the things that I'm going to be talking to you guys about is sexist marriages is another reason why a lot of women choose to divorce their husbands is because you just let yourself go. I've been there, I've done that. Listen, guys, I've been there, done that. I've been there. I have let myself go. The only time in my life that I can tell you that I truly let myself go was during COVID. During COVID. Oh my God, that was the worst time. Because COVID happened from end of 2019 and basically ended in the first quarter of 2021. So that was about a year and a half time where we couldn't go to the gym. The gym was closed. We couldn't do nothing, right? Oh my God, I gained so much weight. I gained so much weight. But guess what, right? Guys, my channel it's what? Divorce Matters. Guess what? Guess when my marriage started? The end of 2019. And guess when she filed for divorce? The end of 2021. Go figure. So we were basically a COVID marriage. It wasn't gonna work. All we knew was COVID, right? So it was not gonna work, right? And during that year, 2020 was just the worst. It was just the worst part, right? I gained a lot because we couldn't go out, and she kept cooking and I was going to eat the shit, you know what I'm saying? And then my business, just like with so many other businesses, suffered or whatnot because why? Because I had like 3 different schools in 3 different states, right? Physical schools. After COVID, it just ravaged everything. Nobody wanted to sit next to each other. Business just tanked, right? That's another reason why her ass left, right? COVID just destroyed my marriage, just like it destroyed so many other marriages, right? But guess what? It was still my fault. It was still my fault. You want to know why it's my fault? Because as a man, you got to take accountability. If we're gonna ask women to be accountable, guess what? We as men, we also have to be accountable. We have got to be accountable, right? There was no fucking reason why I should have let myself go the way I let myself go. So after a while, she started looking at me like, you know what? Maybe this guy that I'm sleeping next to each day, maybe he is not my best option. Maybe he's not. For all I know, she'd have been waking up during the middle of the night just looking at me from top to bottom and just like, man, look at this dude's gut. He might not ever lose this shit. Look at this fat ass sitting next to me, right? He might not ever lose this shit. Oh, hell no. I got to go, baby, right? And she left, didn't she? Oh, she left. But she didn't know about your boy, Prime Marine. He know how to get back on track. You feel me, right? That's another topic for another day, right? So guess what? At the height of COVID, I was at like 270 pounds. 270 pounds. Blood pressure, knees aching. I could barely go up and down. It was bad. Now, I'm at 228, right? Hopefully, by the end of this year, I'll be around 219, some shit like that. Stuff like that, right? But, guys, why am I telling you this? Guys, do you know what it took for me to get from 270 to about 220 something? Do you know how much work that shit took? Do you know how hard it was? And I'm a man. I got testosterone. I'm a Prime Marine. Do you know how hard it was for me? Guys, my waist used to be 38 inches. My waist today is about 33. Do you know how hard it is to lose inches? Do you know how hard it is? Do you know what I had to go through? Watch this. Let me tell you how hard, and this is why I tell you this. Why am I telling you guys all this? I'm telling you guys all this simply because I want you to understand something. It is hard to lose weight. It is hard to lose weight. So if you find a woman that is not fit, she is not going to want to go through the pain that I had to go through to get down from a 38-inch waist to a 33-inch. She's not going to want to do it. It's not going to happen unless she used to run track or she used to be physical. Like she's into this fitness thing. It ain't gonna happen, guys. Bottom line, it ain't happening. Right? So guys, this is why I say physical fitness for a woman is paramount. Another reason why I say it is paramount is simply this. If you guys go back, rewatch this video, right? One thing that I said is this. When you look at a woman, all you punk ass dudes going on out there, right? When you look at this woman, I know some of you guys, most guys have not had sex. That's fine. But when you first look at a woman, first impression counts. That's super important. Is she your reward? I keep going back to that. Is she your reward? So if you see that this woman is out of shape, that says stuff about you. That says something about you. Right? Why are you tolerating a woman that obviously has no self-esteem in herself? That says something about you, that you will allow such a woman in your presence. That says you don't have, there's something wrong there. Because the most important thing that a woman the most important thing to a man is not to be disrespected by his peers and his friends. That's the most important thing. You don't want to go out to a party and your friends are looking at your woman's side eye like, yo, she kind of thick. Like, what was he thinking? You don't want that. You want a woman when you go out in public where like, oh, God damn, bruh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You feel me? That's what you want, right? So, guys, a woman being fit, that's a big one. That's a big one. A big one. If she ain't fit when she's young, she ain't gonna be fit when she's old. For the reasons I said that earlier, because I know how hard it is to get in shape. It is not easy, guys. It is not easy. Now, listen. Another thing. All this BBL stuff, that stuff don't count. It does not count. That's like a woman having tattoos. It doesn't count. Nope. Because you can tell a woman that is naturally fit and a woman that has had BBLs done. You can tell. You can tell. Right? Listen, a woman that's not fit, guess what? She likes to eat a whole bunch of stuff. She likes to eat the pizza. She likes to eat the jerk chicken. She likes to eat the rice. She likes to eat the cocoa bread. She likes to eat lasagna. She likes to eat the pasta. Guess what? This is the most important reason why this is such a big red flag. I'm going to tell you why. Listen. If that woman is fat and overweight, guess what your children are going to be? Fat and overweight. Yup, I'm going to tell you why. She's going to make them eat what she eats. If she likes to eat pizza, they eat pizza. If she likes to eat rice, they eat rice. If she likes to have lasagna, they like to eat lasagna. If she likes to eat pork, they like to eat pork. If she likes to eat McDonald's, they gonna eat McDonald's. This is your children. This is what you picked, right? So this is one of the reasons why having a fit woman is super important, and why an overweight woman is a huge red flag. A huge red flag. This obviously lets you know that, you know what? This is a woman that she doesn't really care about herself. I mean, it is what it is. She doesn't care about her presentation. This is a woman that has just let it go. Imagine a woman that's overweight when she's 25. What do you think this woman's gonna look like when she's 40? And she done gave you like 2 or 3 kids? What do you think she's gonna look like? Do you think you're gonna want to have sex with this woman? You think this is a woman that's gonna turn you on? No. You think this is a woman that's going to... You go to Colombia, for instance, or you go to Brazil, or you go to Latin America, you go to Africa, you go to Tanzania, you go to Kenya, oh my God, you go to South, oh my Lord. Baby, you go to South Africa? Guys, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Listen, and listen up good. If you got an overweight wife and you dare go to South Africa or you go to Colombia, oh my God, guys, you're not gonna be thinking about your wife. I'm sorry, it ain't gonna happen. You are not gonna be thinking about your wife. Bruh, it ain't gonna happen. Those women over there are fit naturally. They are beautiful naturally. They walk everywhere they go. They are walking, right? They take care of themselves. They are clean, right? So guys, I hope I've been able to make some sense tonight, right? This is my first real live on the new topic, right? Guys, pay attention to all these different red flags. So let's go over the red flags again. Single mother, she's promiscuous, can't be told nothing, she's been divorced, she's combative, she's spiritual, she's not fit, and then there was another one that I mentioned as well. But guys, pay attention to these red flags, right? These are just some of the things that we're going to touch on. And guys, as we go on and on every day, when I bring you new videos, the format is going to change and stuff. But hey, guys, roll with me and see how I do things. So for you guys in the future that want to actually be YouTubers as well, guys, hopefully I'm laying some kind of a blueprint because I'm starting things off the way it is. Guys, you can see the background. There's nothing here, blah, blah, blah. But as we grow, right, you guys are going to see the transition, right? But check this out. Everybody have a good night. We'll talk later, and tomorrow's going to be a doozy. So I'll talk to you guys soon. My name is Iranola Akin, and this is Divorce Matters. Peace!